Today I'm talking about the Universal Audio Twin X Quad Thunderbolt 3 Audio Interface Heritage Edition. For the last few years, I've been using the Tascam Model 24 Mixer Audio Interface. It's an all-in-one portable studio that lives up to its hype. I truly enjoyed using it, but it's a large board and takes up a lot of real estate, so I had to make some changes. I wanted something as good or better that took a lot less space. And that's coming up next on Roy's Studio Adventures. I only needed something with maybe 2 tracks because I can take advantage of virtual tracks. I looked at lots of audio interfaces, all different price points. Finally, I came across the Apollo Twin X. It's a professional level piece of gear with 0 latency. It's not cheap, but I find it worth the price. $1,600 at the time of this video. The plugins are some of the best out there, but they are expensive. So if you're looking to get one, wait for the sale. You'll save a ton of money. Just be patient. If you're just starting out, this might not be the one for you. The routing is complex and maybe too difficult for some. Is it possible to max out the DSP, the digital signal processing? If you use a lot of plugins, yeah, you can use 4 or 5 plugins on the Twin and you probably won't max out. What most people don't think about is how portable the Twin is. It has everything you need. Fits in a backpack, a couple of cords, a mic, and maybe your guitar. Everyone's needs and budgets are different. There are other good sounding and cheaper choices out there. I just wanted to share my studio adventures with you to let you know of some of the many interfaces that are out there. If there is an audio interface you would like me to review, please let me know in the comments below. I'm going to turn you over to Gurn so he can tell you all about it.
Produce music with elite-class Apollo X Gen 2 converters and hear every detail with unprecedented dynamic range. Use dual unison preamps to get the tone and feel of iconic analog gear from Neve, API, Manley, Fender, and more. Record through UAD plugins in real time with onboard DUO or quad-core DSP. Work faster with new UAD console features including auto gain, plug-in scenes, monitor controller, immersive audio, and more. Mix with confidence in any room or through headphones using Apollo monitor correction by SonarWorks. Get UAD plug-ins from Auto-Tune, Fairchild, Teletronics, and more with Essentials or Studio Edition included. Record through famous preamps. Track through emulations of classic gear from Neve, Manley, API, and dozens more with unison preamp technology, giving you the rich analog textures used on the greatest recordings of our time.
If you like this video or it helped you in any way, please subscribe, tell a friend, share the video, watch another video. So here is the face of the Apollo Twin. Over here on the left, we have our mic setup. So when you press it the first time, channel 1 comes on. You press it the second time, channel 2. 1 being the mic, number 2 being the guitar input. Or you can plug 2 mics into it. When that's engaged, you can turn up channel 1. You hit this, you can now turn up channel 2. It's totally separate from 1 once you hit that button. You're not seeing my mic volume right now because I'm going through the Zoom recording into my iPhone. But this would be metering somewhere just below the yellow. You're going to get distortion if you turn it up too loud, just like anything. You know, just try it and the meters will move and you'll see the colors change. You know, green being good, yellow being close to the red. You know how that goes. This button here is the input. That'll switch from the guitar channel back to the mic channel. This button here is a roll-off button. Using this, you'll be able to do less EQing in post. So that button is very handy. The plus 48 volt button here is so that you can get, if you're using a condenser mic, you can engage the phantom power. The pad's a great button. If you got a really loud signal, it's going to knock it down about 20 dB. This button right here is fantastic. If you're running two microphones, this will flip the polarity so they don't cancel each other out. This link button here, it links channel 1 and channel 2, so they're both recording simultaneously. Then we go to monitor, and this is going to introduce some other buttons. So while monitor's engaged, you can simply turn the volume up and down. Now this goes out to my monitors, which are the Atom Audio T8s. I'll show a picture of them on the screen here. If you hit monitor again, you're going to get the headphone volume. So like we said earlier, TRS 3/4 inch. If you don't have that, you'll need an adapter. And this is the volume. Now once you hit all these different buttons, the volumes are unique to that setup. So turning this volume up will not change the mics while it's engaged for headphones or monitor. Now this button here is the talkback mic. So if you have if you have enough room for a booth, I don't. You can hit this and it's got a built-in microphone and you can speak to the person in the control booth. Dim, that's a pad for your monitor. So if you want to cut the volume down, you just have to hit this. Over here you have your mono button. A lot of times your mix is done in mono, so all you have to do is you hit that button when you're doing your mixing. Then of course, mute button. You hit that, everything goes red and it's muted. It's nice to get a phone call, a text, whatever you have to turn to right away. You just hit that. Other times you can hit this. It just dims it down a couple of notches. Now here's your monitor outputs. These are the XLR/TRS inputs. So one for the guitar or two microphones. Your line out. Here we have the Thunderbolt 3 cable, which is way faster than previous models. And just below here is the plug that powers the interface. And if I didn't mention, the Thunderbolt 3, that also plugs into your computer, which I'm running a Windows computer. Over here we have the optical in, which allows you to send up to 8 channels from one device to another. We'll get into that maybe in another video, where you can add more channels to your Apollo. In my situation, I have a tiny studio, so I'm always trying to put in more, and I need smaller units that do as much or more. If this video helped in some way, please subscribe. Tell a friend, share the video. Go out and see a live band. You're going to be glad you did. Like, say, this band here. Or this band here. Remember, be good to each other. Share your knowledge. Music should be fun. And until next time.